salvos, immediate breach stun, re-clearing together. It's a beautiful round.
Give me that coach cam.
The last one was funny. I think you missed it, but it was
yeah.
like he was almost like sighing in like a we've won the round.
Okay. Like a relief.
Not a good relief kind of.
Oh, I see.
Like a kind
I
of
see.
like
Like a. Like it calmer, much calmer.
it's calmer, yeah. Weber not so much.
He's leading it in.
Lots of Weber talk. I know that Neil has an unfortunate injury today, so that might be part of the reason why he's not talking as much.
On his knee.
Yeah, he's got an injury on his leg, so might not be match fit today for the.
He's not match fit.
No. Weber's taking over.
Yeah, he does look a little bit down here. Hope he's all right.
I think a coach is good when they can get a coach is good if they're old enough to get injured playing badminton. I think
Sorry.
Does that make sense?
No.
Like we're
Zero sense.
old men,
Right.
Like me and Neil,
Right.
and Weber.
Right.
You gotta be old to be a good coach. I feel like.
Don't know if that's really the main metric
I think
that we
it
got.
is.
Right. Okay.
I think it's.
Yo, what's up, Zen?
Is the main metric.
Wait, how come you're not in school, Zen? What's going on?
You know, we're going to have a stats guy here.
Stay in
We'll
school,
get looking
Zen.
into
Stay
that,
in
the
school.
age correlation to win percentage. Right now,
Captain Carrot on it.
you're not even a coach anymore, mate. So spin on. Oh dear.
Oh, again. No one to capitalize off of it though.
No, which kind of feels unfortunate because I don't think it was necessarily a bad implementation of it. If someone was there to catch at least the push up. Yeah, a little bit disjointed, but there's a lot of players on this side of the map for Giant X.
Spring break. That's what I'm talking
just a
about. Wow, in
reset
April, really?
Heretics. Getting out of that
What?
was good from Heretics.
What day do you get out of school? Like, when does school end for you?
Pause. the aggression does become predictable though, but that doesn't run a saving Purpo.
Purpo thinks he's playing Yoru and Runners had to bail him out.
Yes, that's kind of what has exactly happened. Now Heretics, hey, they've hit a little bit of a stumbling block. Not massive, you know. This wasn't a hefty investment. It was Stingers and a Guardian.
End of May.
A couple of bits and bobs, but
not bad.
Giant X.
So you
this
only
is
go
a
back to
must-win.
school
You
for
don't see
like
Heretics get to 12.
7 weeks before you
Five standing
before
during
you go back.
this. Oh, it'd be perfect.
All right, let's see here. I tried something new today, Zen.
Events.
I posted a TikTok
The check.
from my mobile device. So I don't know if you can.
Ooh, Blair witching into the corner.
I don't know if you
Doesn't
can
go
see
well
that,
for him. Mini
but
Boo Riens though, left to try and navigate what's around them, but they've
It's
lost so
different.
much
I
control
tried
of this
something
map.
different
It's
today for
very hard to
TikTok.
find a foot forward that feels safe, and you can see the gaps closing around the map here. Purpo creeping behind, just missing them by a second. Now the plant. Oh, Riens, that was bold. And he might just be denied here. He might be dead, honestly. Miniboo trying to save him, though, and it's just not going to happen. Cloud's utility does the job towards Riens, and Giant X, another step now.
Yeah, great from Giant X. This is, though, for Heretics, it's all well and good when you're winning, but like I want to see them now behind us.
This is what
like, what's their mental state? Because I think they are a team that sometimes, you know, when they are a little bit behind or things aren't going so well, that they can kind of, you know, the mental can come down a little.
Good job, boys. Let's go.
So this is a great.
Good job, boys. Let's
so,
go.
you know, they can bounce back from
resilience, right? Because again, if you're looking at Heretics here, you're going to be seeing them against, if all goes right, big opponents, international opponents that will bring you close competitive games. And this half has been absolutely flying the flag of Giant X. Tomasi maybe looking for the crunch here with the paranoia. Not got much here, Benji.
Kind of weird having 5 ads back to back to back to back. Wait, you really got 5 ads back to back? I have very, very minimal ads.
Miniboo trying to burst through heaven. This time gets it. West side falls. The B side now looks so open. Oh, it's positioning. And Boo as well. They're so close in heaven trying to take a fight, but they both get cleared big from Giant X. 3v3, still some util to work back in with. Gonna send in the drone, try and clear close. That's good. Tick in the box. Pre-fight comes in as Purpo tearing them apart. Just Miniboo now in a 1v2. Like this low reposition though, he's gonna hear this.
Oh man.
In this round.
I feel like Miniboo's gonna get it.
Certainly don't, but they're still checking. They're still looking.
Oh!
Very heads up work there. The silence becoming so loud. And another step back for Giant X. 9 rounds now. This
I don't know how to
pressure on
describe it,
Heretics.
Zen.
Yeah,
It's just different. It's literally just me
KC
holding
play,
my tablet up
It's a
like
very
this,
easy
recording
reaction for
myself, and I'm
Heretics
just
to go
like,
to the
hey.
side. But beautiful kills to get in before this retake. And Purpo again.
Yeah.
He's looking much better on this.
Yes,
hill.
he is.
He looks good. He looks good on it. If we're talking about those role swaps, I think he looks better than Tomasi now sitting on towards the Yoru, right? Like, that's not even...
Yeah.
It's not Flame, it's the fact that Purple looks really comfortable. He's played it well. We've been kind of highlighting his ult work, his paranoias, his smokes, everything. He looks comfortable, which is a very solid tick in the box. Now the buy coming in for Heretics Mini.
I think he started last season.
What I feel one of these.
Because what was his game before? Counter-Strike?
Yeah.
Purpo again.
Tested.
He's I don't want to say on a platter, but he's certainly the one to try and suffer through it, but it's Woot to best him. But he can't withstand Runner, who's been backfilling that space so well. They got caught trying to step ahead. This is getting a bit close here, and there will be recoverable weapons. You can already see it. Vandal with Boo. He's got his ult as well. Don't know if he's going to get the real chance to use it. Rien's with the tether goes in, just heard that behind us, but Tomasi still with a good kit. West side closing, the gap getting closer. Smoke goes in, trying to play to the strengths, but does the barrel show?
Woo!
It's West side again, from 0
What
to
a comeback.
0 here for this side.
Play
Giant
Fortnite
X,
too?
They are knocking on the door of Heretics now.
I don't know.
Beautiful flood.
I think I would like GX to win this game, just so the game goes a little bit longer.
You know,
But I don't
again, a player
actually
that,
care
we need
who
more
wins this
from in
game.
general this season. But if he's doing things like this, supporting his team, coming in with these floods, beautiful. But the question for me now is Heretics, like, how are they going to adapt? They've won one round this entire half.
Double timeout. Hey, look, if I'm going to question mark it or note it when Giant X do it, I'm looking at you two Heretics, right? Coach Cam.
Which one this time?
This one.
Exactly. I just want to have fun watching this.
Oh, that was a pretty length forward Pipson, right? That was...
Okay.
This is the kind of interesting, I guess, about timeouts. Is both sides get it, right? So there is that element of just kind of mind games going on between the two.
I would like to highlight that Heretics, last time they played this map, they had a really good push and pull. They really did kind of work the map well, and then found spaces.
Man, these EMEA coaches look like
almost like
serious dudes.
Packs where like their duelists were able to kind of.
I haven't really played Valorant at all.
And I wonder if that's kind of
I
more the
have
approach
been
that you should be
slacking
taking rather than kind
for
of this
sure.
hard exec approach, kind of all-in approach.
Hard slacking.
Giant X have.
I've been playing a lot of Rivals.
Some luck sometimes. Like Heretics haven't, played terribly.
No, no.
I think
I think I'm Diamond or something like that. Yeah, Rivals is fun. It takes. There's a learning curve. Did you play Overwatch then?
I want to see that going forward.
Starting to get their ults back in as well. Just seeing that Runner's only one away from his. You still have Clouds there, Purpose, West side.
Tried it. Okay, so it's essentially Overwatch.
Creeping up as well. You've got Woot very nearby, but it feels like it may not be the best. But straight off the rip here, trying to take a battle, but couldn't quite get past the word go. A stall out from Benji to try and deny the space.
There's a nice idea from Giant X, but nothing behind it.
Yeah.
No follow-up at all.
Looks like Heretics in the meantime pressuring middle as well.
This is this push and pull I'm talking about. This is back to their kind of standard kind of
Bread
default.
and butter. Yeah.
Pressure on the A side of the map. Let's take more towards middle.
This puts Tomasi right in the crosshairs, and he's not been having a fun map so far. Has to take the get out of jail free card.
I think this is the league games, if that makes sense.
Giant X standing still. They haven't got. Okay, using the drone for information. We're going to see rotates across now.
Like this is just like the season games.
That shield.
Yeah, it's an unpleasant feeling, just the sinking in your stomach. But away we go. Tomasi, back of the site, looking a little bit unsure, but that shot was absolutely on the money. Miniboo gone, and now man advantage. Players in the right side of the map. Heretics need to make this count with 30 seconds left, and I think they're starting to hesitate here. Being held down, slowed down. Woot misses the chance.
Oh, that spike is in a terrible spot.
All coming towards this together. This is so
Ooh, he could have grabbed it and gotten ult.
Finally having a round here.
Oh,
I was getting worried when it looked like Heretics were going towards his site. We've had game plans in the past where if there's a player not playing so well, you
abuse it.
that.
Of course you do.
The big round from
Who
him.
should you do that against?
I'd have to
Who should you
think
do it
back.
against? Nah, you don't have to think that hard.
Boaster's told me mid-game he's adjusted like that before though, but I can't remember.
I feel like it's something that we don't talk about enough of though. Like,
Boaster's had it against him for sure.
Of course. If they think there's a weak link, they will absolutely punch you. You think the mental strain on an IGL as well, having to deal with that? It's like, guys, please help. It is brutal, but yeah, big performance though from him there in that round, right?
Yeah, back to this push and pull idea though, like, the middle A kind of default that they're doing is kind of one-dimensional to a degree. You know that they're going to go middle and A. Like, I want to see them kind of work the map a little bit more. I think Giant X should have done their homework, so they know what to expect if they hear certain noises in certain spots. So it needs to be a little bit more, almost loose. Heretics.
I love this. The Giant X, I don't say probably, but might get to 12 on a round like this. The economy in tatters, but woo! Hold! No!
No, not like this. Not like this.
Is this how you let it slip through your fingertips? You let Wu get away with daylight robbery? And Westside asked such an impossible question. He needs a 1v5. Now Wu's the only one really with an actual big boy.
Oh!
Westside comes alive! But it ain't over yet. Boo, the brains of the bunch still standing. 25 seconds.
Can he use his ult or no?
And keep in mind, Westside was having an absolute mare of a game.
He's also got ult here if he wants to reposition to A, he can.
He's got those options. How does Boo play this? Looking for him. Feels like it's going to be... Is he really going this so late?
10 seconds left.
Boo, I feel like you left it
No way! No way!
Saving the day here. The Red Bull
Dude,
so
no
perfect,
way.
as I
That was
thought Wu
insane.
had done enough. I was wrong.
That is crazy.
This was criminal, though. Unbelievable.
Every time that JX have gone through these mid-re clears, they start off well, and then just seem to overface and just let the firepower from Heretics take over. Boo at the end as well, I'm not sure.
Dude!
I think he was thinking that Westside would just immediately go to A.
Yep.
This goes here.
Man. Oh, this is what it's about. 11 or 12.
Oh, he missed!
This is the shot. And look at
Oh,
the
he got the
shot.
follow-up, though. What a play.
Denies mini Boo. They now know what's coming their way. Westside has to be prepared. The ult gets flown in, finds nothing, I'm pretty sure. Wu now left down low, 34 HP. We're going to get the breach shot throwing in. It is an absolute madness on ramp. But they paused for a second, but we've got 5 players on this side of the map. Giant X. And it's a pause from Heretics.
They're in the
Dude, I'd be tripping, Zen.
I don't want to say unlosable, but...
Don't you dare. Tomasi lands these. He lands these. Counter 3, pull the trigger? No. Got off the line.
Heretics will
Oh!
Nope, they absolutely will not. They are being torn asunder. I can't
This,
believe
no
what
way,
this is
dude!
the maddest
Oh.
game yet. But Rien's
It's not over, not
just
over.
a small
Oh,
sign
okay, it
of
might be
life,
over.
That's all it is, a small sign of life as it's a 1v3 for Benji.
Yeah, let's go map 3, baby. Let's go map 3, baby. That's not just play of the games, then. That might be play of the season so far.
Standing by Giant X.
Bro.
10%.
Yep.
10%. That's crazy. I do want to see the Heretics. I said it through those rounds.
Dude.
Like, how are they going to bounce back being behind?
My man's got the nose strip on. He's breathing real good.
That map. How are they going to come into the third map?
You'd be banned in Sliggy's chat for that comment, but luckily for you, you're not there. You're with us, and you should stick around as well because we are now going.
All right,
the
that was
distance.
absolutely
Lotus is coming up.
disgusting. Yeah, dude. What I don't understand is when the Cypher went on to A, or went on and killed the Omen planting there in that crazy round, Omen could have TP'd. He knew Cypher was heaven. He could have TP'd, but didn't. So, I don't know. No say. No say, bro. I just imagine going from, yeah, we got 4v1, we're stealing this round on an eco, to, oh, it's 1v1. He's probably tripping. He doesn't know where the Cypher went. But the only thing you could think of is that maybe he overthought and thought, oh, he probably went A because he knows I have ult, or I don't know, man. No idea. All I know is that was sick.
to elevate your wellness and beauty routine? Say
I
goodbye
am
to
ready to
well
elevate my
bath
wellness and beauty
salts.
routine.
Introducing Dead Sea Magnesium Chloride Flakes and Marco Ezra Dead Sea Mineral Salts. Experience ultimate relaxation with our fast-absorbing Dead Sea Magnesium Chloride Flakes, soothing your body and
Oh,
mind.
okay.
Marco Ezra Dead Sea Mineral Salt nourishes your skin, removes impurities, and promotes overall health. Unwind, relax, reduce inflammation, and soothe tired muscles with this perfect combination. Both products come in secure packaging with a convenient pouring spout and removable lid, ensuring easy application and preserving their exceptional properties. So don't wait any longer. Order now and unlock a world of beauty and wellness today.
All right. No. Is this gonna work? Oh yeah, fourth kid, baby. Another. Oh man. That TikTok was a surprise for my wife.
Welcome back, everybody. It looks like we're going the distance. What the hell was that, Tom?
Oh, it was a fun, enjoyable map. Everybody had a great time.
Oh, yeah.
I know all of us expected that this would be a close.
It feels
fight,
great,
that
man. Third son,
Back and forth.
daughter.
Yeah, I think like me
Life's
and Mitch
good,
had a
brother.
conversation
Life
where he was
is
like, "Oh,
good.
from this point, there's no way that they come
Shave
back." And I
her
went, "Well, you
head.
remember that Navi Liquid game 10-2 up, and it came
Sorry,
back
that's from The
on
Office.
split.
Just
Oh,
so you
it's happening
understand.
again. So you
Yeah.
know, we both knew.
I thought I would come out of today angry with Benji for his Irish accent, but I think the prominent thought in my head now is he's made Tom 2 days in a row bring up that Liquid Navi comeback.
Yeah.
And that I cannot forgive.
They had us in the first half, right? I think
Yes.
we're going to roll a clip because despite Giant X bringing it back and taking us to a map 3, we cannot forget the big scope of things. And as we take a look at the numbers, just look at the bottom of your screen, all of those numbers that Team Heretics was able to put in the first half. How did Giant X find the mental resilience to bring this back?
Pipson. Words of wisdom from the coach, Pipson. I feel like he puts you on a straight and narrow. Whenever you're in those bumpy waters, he comes in and really lifts the spirits. I don't know if we have any clips from those timeouts, but I saw he was saying a lot, and I think those words must have got through to the players.
He was fighting for his life. That's the real thing. But it did
Dude,
seem
such a
like
good
when
game.
they started to win rounds, you could see it coming. Like I would say, like maybe even 6 or 7 rounds, there was stuff with like Cloud saying things and stuff. But you'd look back at some of the rounds they lost in that first half, and you go,
Absolutely.
how did you even get to the point of 6 or 7 rounds? Because I thought this could be a 13-0.
Yeah, absolutely. We're going to take a look at this round number 6 that I think everybody very enjoyed with this beautiful combo. It looks like they're literally AFK.
Yeah, well, that's what basically happens when obviously you have the Nightfall coming from the Fade. You lose all sound and the majority of your HP, so nobody thought, okay, this guy's just going to TP in behind us. Like, it looks ridiculous. You're going to sit there and call them idiots, but they can't hear anything. They don't know that he's done that. And while, obviously, there is a world where he gets one and whiffs the rest, but that was just really clean from Boo. If we ended it there, we'd be singing the praise of Heretics, saying, easy day, you've walked this match, and now you go in as one of the favorites of the group. But they have had maybe the generational choke. Like, even when you're talking about Mini's old team coming back from a crazy deficit, I think this looked a little bit worse.
I think, well, because of how dominant some of those rounds were. Again, that was the round for 10-0, correct me if I'm wrong, when they hit that? Or it was very deep into the run at least.
Yeah.
And I think at that point, when they were just being beaten into the ground, it was you, Tom, that said in the 2v4, you were like, oh, well, they got one at least. And it's like, wait till it's over. Didn't anticipate anywhere near that level of just insanity coming out. But from that point, And I feel like we also had 2 pauses before where I joke about Piston, but he was losing his mind at 3-0 down. He looked more calm at 7-0 down. And I don't know what was said in between that point and when they started the comeback.
Well, he had no pauses left,
no
so
pauses,
they did it.
indeed. It was
I mean, he did have the halftime.
It was when
He did
Heretics.
have the halftime.
Well,
Sorry,
and
guys,
it's
I'm looking for
exactly
something in a
when
book.
the
Yeah,
Yeah.
guys
exactly,
wrong.
exactly. That's when things really got real, because as we looked at the reactions, we've been speaking about how Giant X have been very positive even when they were losing. And in
Did you not watch
quite
that,
often,
Maniac?
and
It was
even,
insane, bro.
When we see the pauses coming in from Pilsen, and it's actually this resilience. that
GX was
managed
making
to
a
bring it
crazy
back.
comeback,
It exists.
and then
Exactly. Of course,
Team
it is time to
Heretics
celebrate, and
on the
we saw it
11-11 round
every single round after that.
ended up
one of the players
being up
that
4-1,
made
and then
it
the dude
possible
clutched
was Purple, actually.
to take the 12th round for
genuinely
GX.
had
That was just
a really strong
absolutely filthy.
performance. And I think
Just
that,
filthy.
that switch off maybe didn't benefit Tamazi quite as much as we maybe
Seriously, this
anticipated,
round, this was a
but Purpo certainly seems to be buffed up when he's on the Omen. Maybe that could be a consistent factor for this team. Maybe Tamazi will be on the Duelist more often. Who knows?
Yeah, I think it's one of those
Yes.
things where he sort of freed up a bit more to be in that back line and be in the late round, which normally he'd be first man in, taking the fight. So I think it gave him a little bit more space, but obviously you put a duelist on another role, a lot of the time they're still going to frag out of their mind, and Purpo seemed very comfortable.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's take a little bit
Nasty,
of a
bro.
look ahead and think
Nasty.
about what our last map is going to be, Lotus. Now, we saw it last week from Giant X. It wasn't pretty. It
No.
just is, no, against Vitality, they literally looked like they did not have an option. So a little bit of what we were saying about what we saw on that Haven, but are we looking towards a Team Heretics that is also going to make changes in that map?
That was the thing I was going to look back to, is their result versus Liquid, where they kind of just got steamrolled in the series. Like, that was obviously the one that could have taken them over to a Masters event, like in that lower final, and it got worse and worse when things had gone bad. Well, things have gone as bad as they could have gone. Like, it doesn't get worse than being 10-0 up and losing the map.
What's up, Chili Chica?
It now comes down to that. We saw briefly at the very beginning, sort of.
Yeah, I agree,
having a
Maniac.
talk
I'm
with
just
the
glad
team,
that
trying to mentally get
we get a
back
third
into the
map.
spot. Like, it's probably the angriest I've ever seen Boo, because that's got to be a frustrating loss. Like, you're talking to talented players, talented youngsters. You've just won the first map. You're dominantly in the lead. And I think we even saw it when, I think it was like 6 or 7 rounds, Miniboo makes a mistake and slams the desk. It's getting frustrating. You have to see Boo going, bro, it's still in the lead. We're very far in the lead, but clearly that didn't really happen.
Yeah, but we need to look at Boo. We need to also look at the staff, because mentally, you need to come back.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
They need a Weber back massage. That's all I'm going to say.
They need
A Weber back massage.
Are you speaking from experience?
Of course.
Oh, I see.
UK
Well,
scene.
now I'm just
we've
jealous.
Got each other's backs.
Oh, there we go. All right, very much believe it. That's
Okay.
that's what the scene is known for. Yeah, again, man, like I just, even round 5, man, the Rolling Thunder that the GX used when
You
they were
guys
on
are
an
gonna be the end
eco,
of me.
like this team played one of the
Oh,
worst
this game
first
will.
halves. Genuinely one of the worst first halves of Valorant I've seen on just every level, and then came back to destroy teams.
Benji goes back to
Even
Fortnite.
Westside digging deep for a big clutch when it was needed towards the end. I am blown away, and now I believe in GX all the way.
Are we expecting now, before we jump into Agent Select, to see changes from both of the teams, right? Because we, as we're saying, we just saw a Giant X on Split that put Tomazi on the Duelist. He's supposed to be playing the Omen. Is Purple going to take that role? Are we going to see Tomazi playing on that Raze? The Yoru was not brilliant, but Raze is something that he should be very comfortable and definitely
The thing is,
equipped.
they got banged out obviously by Vitality, but I actually don't mind the comp they're running. I think the Vice, like, I think Vitality did a great job to just decimate.
That's a good
Run
question.
on
Does it
Vice.
say?
Like, they were constantly pressuring him or forcing him into fights that he was
I'm
never
gonna
going to
cheat
win.
code this and
I
go
think
to.
that I actually want them to stay with their comp. I think Cloud on Fade is great. I think Purple on Raze is great. Okay, sure, Tomazi's aggression with Omen,
EMEA
it needs some
matches
work, but I think he
live.
can get there. And
Looks like
as
it's
you
gonna be
sort of said on
Lotus.
the first
Oh, you
map,
already
that was
answered,
what
Maniac.
he
Dang,
wants to
bro.
do. Well, on this map, you do set up your Omen to get aggressive. He just had a bad game. So I think compositionally, they're fine. I'm looking at the other side maybe a little bit more after the Liquid loss, and obviously we've had developments in the meta since then with their time off, so I would expect more of a change.
Yeah, developments in the meta and in the way and the direction that Team Heretics has decided to take for this stage 1. Do we expect him to be back in that Astra, or do we expect
Probably
him
not.
to maybe run some double duelists here also in Lotus?
I want him on Teo.
There's potential for that. Something like Teo and Initiator,
Yo, what's
something
up,
that
Soft?
frees him up to, again, be that little bit more involved. I
Benji
think
back on Vice?
Well, yeah, this is the other thing. Like I was saying, well, Thomas being like, I want to see a Vice come in for Heretics. I said it to you in one of the casts, Tom, that I don't think it's true on every map, and it depends on the team. But for the most part, it's a fairly strong rule that if you're not running Vice on most maps, you're trolling. I think
Did you watch
we've seen massive nerfs
the map there, Soft?
and that's for good reason, because it's just such an annoyance in terms of slowing down play when opponents want to blitz into you. It gets your rotates on faster, and I think there's not really a lot of drawbacks to running it, and especially if you can have someone like Benji.
I know Zen disappeared for such a long time, and now he's back, baby.
Any Sentinel in the league.
I will say that that is the other argument, though, is like, I think if you have
don't care
him
about
on
these
like
games. Why?
a Cypher, that will still work. Like, sure,
Yeah,
it's easier
yeah.
to counter, I think, with people playing against it so regularly.
You can still
but
blitz it.
If Benji is going to play Cypher on that C site and still have coverage over on B, I'm absolutely fine with it, just because it's Benji. I think that he has always been one of those better Cypher players, but yeah, I think especially you talk about Mini Boo Rays, Woot going over to Teo.
All right, now I got to decide what video to post here.
And just keep the one, like a lot of teams will do, depending or not if they want to bring in a Viper, and then you have to look at that as a sort of different thing altogether. And then if you keep Riens on the fade, I actually think that comes out as quite a nice comp for them to take space and get aggressive and get in the face of their opponents, which, as said, when we saw them...
Hey, all right, real quick, before we go down too many topics, I want to address one thing that you said.
They will have gone back to the drawing board.
All right, so you brought up the fiduciary. You didn't feel that they were a fiduciary. I would just caution you with that, right? They do things a certain way, and you can put a positive spin to anything they're doing, right? If you had a good heart and those were your goals that you set for yourself, you could see how they would be okay. But it feels weird because it's a company telling you, and now you're selling your family and all that sort of stuff. But at the same time, you could still be doing what's...
I'm playing a clip in the background. I'm trying to figure out which clip to post to socials.
The opportunity to bounce back again, I think that is something that
in their best interest, right? That's what you would do, right? So you are acting as a fiduciary. I don't know if they're expressly telling you to do something that is non-fiduciary, make note of that, but as long as you're doing what's in the best interest of the client, no matter what you're selling, that can be okay. Come talk to me, ask me a question, let me help you with your finances.
I think Heretics face that same challenge.
All right, that's the one.
Yeah, we
We're
got
going
what
for
we
it.
wanted. Team Heretics needs to come back mentally after Giant X was able to come back literally on split. And for more experts on comebacks, let's throw this back to Pansy and Mini.
I don't know if I'm that witty with my comebacks, but fair enough. Appreciate it, I guess. Mini, I feel weird ignoring what we just saw on Split, but I guess we have to talk about Lotus?
Yeah, let's go to Lotus.
Okay.
Let's forget it.
Yeah, we're just going to ignore what happened, think it's
For a
perfectly
moment.
fine for a little while. Okay, fair enough, right. So, Heretics, looking a little bit different.
Yeah, I like this approach. I think having... If you put Mini Boo on Neon, I'm not going to be unhappy.
Not mad about it, okay.
Going into the meta read, I'll one-up Mitch with about the Vice thing. I think if you're not playing Teo on every map, you're controlling. So having both Teo and Vice here, strong look from Heretics. Meta approach, I like it. Giant Exercise, back to that kind of standard approach that maybe I was a little bit critical of in the past, but not bad.
I mean, I'm scared to have any opinions after Split. Thought it would be fine. It was not fine. We'll be having Heretics obviously on the defending side here, Giant X on the attack. So let's see. Can Heretics mentally reset? For now, Woot has isolated Westside and removed the threat over towards A.
Yeah, lots of map control from Giant X. Surprised that Westside's continuing with that lurk despite no pressure on the map anywhere else. A bit of a mistake from him, I think. But gonna be a C hit now for Giant X.
Boo. Spotting a couple on the cross. Not getting what he wants here. Gonna have to rescind away.
Just ate a lot on that mine.
Wait this one out. Giant X will have at least some control, and they want a lot of control. Trying to set up towards this push on one of them. That's a lot of targets, maybe too many to mention, as Riens and Wu dealing with it well.
Oh man, I'm excited about that one. I'm definitely gonna watch party that one. I'm gonna. Okay.
Holding that. Please catch Riens. Now we've got Cloud as well. Utility back up
low.
in
This
5.
is winnable.
Runner. Just a little further out by the paranoia, and Cloud's fall, and it's all on Runner.
Not
Just
winnable
too
anymore.
Many targets there. 3 of them make it away from the round, and Diffuse to follow, and Heretics need to keep themselves focused after Split.
Yeah, just a bit of a snowball from that mistake earlier from Westside. I think, again, just to reiterate, if you're by yourself on one part of the map, you need noise elsewhere to create that timing for you to push through. Go into a 4v5. Giant X tried to go for the push through. It's a nice idea, but Heretics are ready. Something to look out for this game is the retakes from Heretics in general. They have a composition that's very good at retaking, so I'll be interested to see what their approach is on Lotus. A very different look from their last time they played.
Looking at this, what we've got, 2 Sheriffs, a couple of Classics, so again,
straight brawl on Rubble here.
Yeah, but hard for Giant X to try and keep competitive unless some Util will tilt it their way. Miniboo wanted to go farming, it looks like, and he's going to find the first fight towards Purpo, who's not that fussed yet. Miniboo down to 44, trying to do some damage, but it's Tomasi. Takes away Boo, and Cloud's going to find Miniboo. This is suddenly looking a little bit more threatening. Disadvantage, yes, but Cloud, now the last one alive, did a lot of damage there. Very, very competitive.
I take that if I'm Giant X, especially just questioning the Rubble control. Doing it with full Classics, putting a question mark on how good the Rubble control is. Heretics had more than enough to deal with it on a standard round, and yet still lost 3 people.
Yo, what's up, Wiz?
This is
everybody's grandmaster but me.
Little moments.
My Rivals days are done.
I keep you on your toes. Definitely keep you focused in on this, and the bonus now becomes near or nothing. You're looking at a Guardian. Yeah, there's a Bulldog with Rienz, but it's not much really. Guardian with Woot.
Seeing a lot of util being used for this man control, just making sure
Looks
it's
like they're
safe
doing it.
for Giant X. Looking like fast pressure on Benji.
I want to see how Benji handles
Yo, what's
this.
up, Crypto?
Playing on towards
Sue?
that vice, see how comfortable he looks trying to control this space.
Yeah, Giant X just doing a good job of just baiting at this util. He does still have the wall there, which is something we need to keep in mind.
Sue, do you care at all about Valorant?
One as well.
And how was the
Players towards
experience
B.
on TikTok doing a Valorant watch party?
Step 2, the protocol list is re-clearing A now for Giant X. Got that Viper wall to sneak out, shouldn't be too difficult.
But it feels visible, doesn't it, after that drone coming in and spotting them trying to remake that cross? But the 3 aren't particularly moving yet. You're not seeing Heretics overreact to this, but
Benji's very comfortable on C.
Yeah, while that wall's still there, I don't think he's going to be calling for too much support. You've still got the mini door area.
Giant X are going to be going for a B split, which is Heretics are set up perfectly for this.
Yeah, and it looks like they've read it well. Rienz is ready for this one. Miniboo would be the one to swing off the stun that comes in. Only good for 1, but decent damage. There is a bonus, so you're looking at damage being the name of the game, and the timing not quite right there. So 4 players standing for Giant X.
All right.
After actually walking into what I felt was probably a bit of, I don't want to say a trap, but it was the more stacked side of the map. And Benji and Boo.
He just knew, man. He threw that.
Now to see if they can do a little additional damage or cost any more towards Giant X side.
Yo, what's up, YNG? Thank you for the follow.
Not gonna get much here, it looks like.
Thank you for the
Nicely
like.
done, Giant X. That's 4 standing. Plant
To give you some background, I've been a certified financial
that.
planner professional,
Yeah,
financial advisor since 2014. I worked at Vanguard for over 13 years. Hey, thank you.
Like, that
And
could easily
I
have
quit
been
my
an A
job to
finish for
change the
Giant
world
X,
and
so
give free
I'm gonna
advice
keep
to the
my eyes
masses.
out for that
So
one.
if you got any questions or anything you want to go over, please let me know. And if you know anybody who needs help with their money, with their personal finances, I'm here to help, baby.
That's true. I do feel like it needs to be dug out at this point. I do wonder if there's going to be some versatility towards it being implemented by Benji, but beyond that,
Fight again.
yeah, and look at the rubble side of things. It does mean Tomasi is very alone here. Miniboo is prowling, spotted, but now here comes the cavalry. Oh my, wait, no, the paint shell got Tomasi in the end. Oh my word. Is that what really tilts the scales?
I already got the 401k.
How did that happen?
I don't know, I'm not
Did
sure.
we just like,
I'm really not sure.
I can't even call it a 1G, it's not even a molly, but what just went on? Give me the replay if
But I
we
think
can.
this is the power of the Neon. I think Miniboo's going to be more than happy to take these fights, especially with this comp. We got the Breach Tail and a Neon for Rubble control.
Oh. Just going at the end, that's brutal.
Let's go! Nice! Let's go!
So yeah,
Nice!
I'm surprised at Giant X this early going into Rubble fights. I know we sense weakness from that Classics round, but this...
Did you just happen to find me scrolling through YNG?
And Heretics now,
And
they
also,
don't
I have
respect
like an
the
11 or
Rubble
12
control
inch
from Giant X, so it's
beard.
shifting their positions across the map for like a trap.
I know that doesn't matter.
C side of the map.
You know, it just takes dedication, hard work.
I like that actually. Seeing the instantaneous reaction, the knock-on effect of it.
West side should be calling that this util isn't being used. Just the Teo Salvos. They've triggered the trap, but nothing there. A bit early from Heretics.
Giant can refight for this area. Woot going looking. Not gonna get too much. But you can see him. This does put Boo on a platter. Really tricky situation for him to handle.
Spy sub isn't here, so this side should be fine.
Yeah, I think Boo looking to back
It really
away,
is.
but eyeing it up. Mini Boo willing to put a little bit of stuff on the line.
And I'm just talking all calm.
Still guarding,
Hello.
gonna make them at least fall
I'm
away
free
for
advice
now.
guy.
You're looking at the lurk
I'm here to
coming
talk
in,
to you
maybe
about your
teed up
money.
with some success. Maybe some damage to be done as the Lurk's in play.
What questions do
Really
you have?
is the main
I would
part
like
of
to
this.
answer
Mini Boo checks on
I
it.
don't know how to do
Did that
Alright,
extend
I'm
as
done.
well? I don't know if there was a step or something happened.
This
but they
is
felt
how it
they were on the money.
ends.
You have the Teo ult to clear out towards water, force Tomasi forward. But then you look at the rest of the team, they'll be down out by Mound.
Is an open plan though, that's the only saving grace.
Guardian there, 2 Vandals, C's still in.
Ooh.
C's not bad actually, but doesn't really do what's needed. But here come the
Big.
rest of Heretics flying
Big.
through. Oh,
Big.
it's
Let's go.
for Giants.
Let's
I thought they
go.
were screwed and done for. Forced out by Mound, but he handles the pressure so well.
That's why it's so important to, when you can, at any point, getting that open plan, that's one on the run. Like, Heretics are in awkward positions having to fight out Mound.
Your
and
story
beautiful.
privacy is set to public. Anyone can see. No.
Oh. Timeout.
All right.
Though.
After that,
Almost done. Now we share it onto.
What might have been called early. Maybe
Yeah.
Gibson not really thinking the 3v5 was going to happen.
Are you a Valorant
I've been in that
player,
position
YNG?
times.
Or is it
he
Brantley?
hasn't looked too irate yet.
Now we're up in the
Gibson
Brantley.
at least.
Yeah, I
As
think it's going to
long
be really
as we
important. I
live
kind
in
of
this
touched on it,
lunatics
but West
play
side
up.
is this Viper outside A on the attack side. And it's going to be down to him to really sense for if Heretics are fighting for rebel control or not.
Okay.
We're going to see the salvos there quite a lot, but he needs to be beyond that. He needs to think, is it just salvos and nothing behind it? Is there stuff behind it? Sometimes you just need to sense that. Sometimes you can feel it from the actual util or the sign from like, is there a neon moving? But it's going to be down to him to make calls as to which parts of the map are being taken, which parts of the map are being trapped. And if he can go one step further and even take that space, if he's feeling up for it.
It'd be good to see that, evaluation and the evolution off the back of it. But I'm also quite interested here for Giant X. As much as yes, they are trailing, I do feel like the momentum swung into their favor and the kind of
This
way
next
this
one's
is
going to be lo-fi.
shaken down. Heretics pretty happy with that time, having the chance to check in.
Yeah.
At this point, I wouldn't be mad about it. Your money's just been broken. You've had a very
Hey, all right, real quick,
hard
before-
second half on split to swallow, so I feel as though this actually might work well for them here. But as it stands, Rubble will be one out, fought for. And it's going to be a swing actually from Benji. Off the swing on the door, the stun comes in, all teed up.
The salvos were used to break the door, the stun came in, the flash, everything was beautiful.
Benji with a little 1-2 step here. Benji, he kept doing the damage on it. Now Cloud and Westside. Oh, that's the spot there. Who knows now where Westside's gone off to. But look at the spike. Cloud running. Boo's got to hear it, surely. Oh, he don't think he heard it in time, but he can buy time here. He can be a nuisance, he can get out of danger. For Cloud, Westside trying to close the gap in the correct positioning on the paranoia. Blind, sending it out. Boo knows his life is the thorn in their side. They want to clear him and clear him fast. If he can just buy him a little bit of time, he did the best he could. He cost them some seconds and comfort.
But Heretics have been able to collect all these guns, so they're not in the eco situation anymore. Westside's pushed out, he's trying to find something, but he's not going to get anything.
He's gambled on the wrong side, right? It was a risky roll, but
All right,
can't
let's
for him.
publish. We
I think it is
go
here. Westside gonna have to work for
Facebook
it, tricky.
publish, or I'm
And
sorry,
they've got a
YouTube
good read.
publish.
They know where he is. The util giving away the game.
Facebook
This
and
is a
Instagram
tough battle
publish.
to be won. It ain't gonna happen. Heretics. In my mind, that really starts on that combination work between Rienz and Benji, and it was lovely to see.
I mean, I don't want to call it, but like, I hope Heretics would have ran that round even if there wasn't timeout. But I do wonder if like that kind of thing is kind of cooked up during, like it's a set round. You see here, the salvos used to break the door, flash on top, stun. We call it aftershock. Beautiful
Well,
combo
I
there.
called
Like
it, I
Giant
called
X
it.
aren't even
Yeah,
safe
thank
on
you,
that
bro.
eco
I do it. I do it as well. I just overpeak and I kill them.
They aren't even safe on their anti-eco rounds.
Yeah.
And love hearing that from Heretics, the confidence to know that they are essentially saying that they're better.
Yeah, and they need a bit of that. After, look, as much as we didn't overly linger on Split's results, I'm sure that's somewhere in their minds.
Come on.
Resetting and coming back
They're
in
so
is
much
the
better,
name
bro.
of the game, but
They're so much better.
he's trying to be a bit cheeky here, and again, the support system is so
dude.
well done. Rien's really trying to bail him out of that one. He does well to find two. A little bit risky in a round like this to make the play, but if you've got the support, why not go for it?
Did the ult not
But a
pop?
4v3 isn't impossible. They just got to play this right. The wall is allowing a bit of room for Runner here. Ah, it's
Oh.
gorgeous from Runner, reading it well, but the
Blind skill.
damage is just too much for him to bear.
So Mazzy's going to get aggressive again, trying to find something.
All right, let's
The
see.
2v3 has to do something.
It feels readable though, doesn't it? It feels almost expected.
Heretics once again going for a flank approach. But that fade out's going to give enough information that potentially this is coming in with numbers.
Yeah, Rien's is a lot of util as well. Boo still with his smug swoot. With his... it's not clean enough from Cloud. Rien's going to take the first step. And you got to feel that the area left a little unchecked was towards Waterfall. Tomasi now not subtle in his way. He's trying to find an angle. That's nice. Boo down. Oh, another! Tomasi!
Oh!
Deep here, gets his head down.
Oh! What are we watching?
Tomasi with the red.
Dude! What is this?
About him this game yet, but in the last game we saw the roll swaps not working for him at all, and I was going to point out that it needs to work this game.
Woo!
8 to 5, a round like that is looking good for him.
That's a confidence builder for him. Genuinely. After shaky performances here and there. That's got to feel damn good for him.
Murder.
Yes, your team, bro. Let's go, Michael.
Your team, bro. Your team, bro. I wish Rump was here. This would be a lot more fun talking with Rump.
Sure, I'll let you do that because
Like, you sound just like this.
Here. Again, you can see the homework that's gone into this for Heretics, but it's not the little kind of set pieces or the set plays. It's the fact that Benji's about to get.
No way he gets one blind, bro.
That feels ridiculous, but fair play.
Yeah, nice little idea from Heretics, pushing deep on Westside, and Westside's making the call that...
Woo!
It feels like every time Westside lurks at anywhere, he's getting called.
Oh yeah, he
I
is.
don't get it. I really don't. We've just got like the West Side
One of those
going on.
games. I wouldn't want to see his POV. But yeah,
He's
the
POV.
deep push from Heretics, accelerating GX towards C, and then Boo ults back towards C is all very lovely from Heretics.
It does show preparation to
Even
me.
again, pushing out is
Yep.
proactivity.
It's lovely. A lot of faith on Mini Boo, but that's
Don't
fine.
sleep on Benji.
He can kind of play to his own tune from Tree. I can hear Kuka and Yinzu next door being very loud.
30 seconds left. Spike planted.
Plants in.
It should be a tough post plant now for Giant X. They're kind of surrounded on all corridors, so they could isolate a duel potentially, but discipline from Rien's Mini Boo.
I like this little wall put in play as well. So maybe going to try and time that to turn the attention to make him feel overwhelmed. So using it a little against them, but Runner, you can see it, right? There's nowhere to look. No good choice to be had. Heretics turning it against them. Taking a step away from keeping this as close as possible.
I might be overstaying it, but like that kind of retake,
yeah,
it's you see them from teams like Heretics, these kind of more disciplined, higher level teams, like being able to organize a pinch from 3 different sides at once that will all make sense. Beautiful.
I did realize as well, Yinzu and Kuka are like 2 rooms away essentially. It's like leaned around to see. They're very far. Very far.
They are, yeah, they are, yeah. So I thought you were going to attempt for me to go do like a James Bond mission to...
What, out the window?
Yeah.
No.
This is an attack-sided map, right?
We're going to have a quad cast soon. We'll bring them on. Try and cast? Nah. 4 of you.
Need more.
Yeah, just keep adding people to it.
Nice little push from
God,
Heretics.
look at this.
But it's going to make Giant X feel comfortable scaling this A now.
Now, I guess it then puts pressure towards Benji, but he's got his ult.
This is like an ult setup. Like they're baiting Giant X to go into the A site, and I think Benji should be using his Vice
Felt like it should have been used now at bare minimum, but now it's too late, right? No? I don't know how I feel about this. Benji, he left it to the last second and gets away with it. He's cost him so much time here. And it's a run through towards B. Trying to get out of there, finally getting their weapons back out. Westside lingering a little longer.
Yeah, with the lurk.
Does it feel
One of them will go to work.
Nah, they're reading you. They've got the book. They've got the book open. Ooh!
Was he about to ult there?
It's fine. We will ignore the end.
Okay. We'll
Did you see
ignore
that? Was
how
he
it
about to
ended,
ult there?
merely how it started. And Purple and Runner, I don't think they'll like the ending to this either, unless they can really... Benji? I mean, trade me, boys. And he still gets the kill on Runner
Man,
anyway.
I wonder if he misclicked or if he was literally about to like ult there and run away or
Just
what was about to happen.
selfless. What a guy.
Yeah, this is
Go refill my water, be right
away
back.
from Giant X.
It is.
But Lotus is a very attack-sided map, so having 6 already for Heretics, they're going to be more than comfortable.
Okay.
No, you were right. Like that's late.
Oh,
Nice sub though.
is this a double timeout from Giant X again in the first half? Because it wasn't the Heretics one earlier.
No.
Unless production.
That's production.
How sure are we?
Yes! Let's go, baby!
I
Come
trust
on!
production.
You do?
Nice Magnum, Benji.
That's your first mistake.
I knew you'd flame.
You just wanted to flame production. Nice, nice. I love production, don't worry. Oh,
Yeah, I think
oh, hands are moving. Hands are moving. The gesturing's getting more.
Yeah, I think for me it's just about. I think for Giant X, just going into the defaults, reading if they're trapping A, if they're taking rubble, if they're taking rubble, trapping the other side of the map, keeping it slow, defaulting. I think that's all fine. In these later rounds, they need to make.
I like it too. He'd be like,
they-
"All right, boys,"
You know,
which
they
is
fall
kind of
into
Italian. I don't
these
know.
crazy traps that Heretics have put up once or twice.
A very
just
nice,
avoid-
boys.
Are you loving that cam?
No, it's because production changed
Irish?
the telestrate to say always trust production and then removed it like I'm
Hey,
not
they're
mental.
magically delicious.
Like,
Okay.
they've taken it away just so if I did bring it up, they were like, nah, never see. I was going to get a picture, but you ratted me out. Nice one, mate.
I was confused what you're doing. I thought you were taking a picture of Pipson. I thought you were so. You know,
In love with Pipson.
that's not
Enamored.
what I was going to say.
Well,
Said
maybe
it.
I am. Love the coaching. See? Alright, oh my god, Mini Boo, here we go, here we go. They're going to start checking this. And Mini Boo going to have to fall away at least to the, I don't even want to say, like, back of sight. He's still going to shoulder this one up. He's very close to his ult as well.
Yeah, no full armors here. So Mini Boo should be in a good position.
Ooh,
Just the
Cloud,
one,
alright.
just the one.
A little bit of that. I'll take one of those.
There's good opening from Giant X though. There's nothing on the seaside that's that scary. Just Rion's on Breach, which
Ooh.
If you're wondering how much emergency fund you
Kind of, really.
pretty much
Avoid
the
that
Viper
util.
roll coming in.
Boo. Boo. Oh my god. Ah. This is wild. The Giant X with this buy are looking so good at this. Rien's, Benji, and Woot now. How do they get in? The site. No access to site.
Yeah, they're having
timing.
to use the other lanes because they're gonna have to dodge this Viper ult, but it's
There's no way in.
Right.
There's no way in. So many players, so much util
Ooh,
in
the way the bullets fire in the smoke is
Visually,
actually
what
pretty
are you
sick.
meant to try and do here? Nothing! Giant X! What a lovely pay safeguard thrifty
He's
there for
British.
themselves.
All right. Good to know.
yeah, it was
Good
nice
to know.
for them to capitalize on that initial kill, getting quick with the Viper ult. But I have to question Heretics' defensive setup. Like on an anti-eco, I just keep it simple. Put Vice towards C. It's been working. You know, take
Ooh,
rubble
what a
like
shot.
normal. Maybe they were scared of the last time that Giant X did that rubble take on an eco. You know, it went a bit weird.
Yeah.
I think you just play default that round and you're fine.
Nice! Bro, my back is just deadly, you know? My back is
Bro,
deadly, guys.
my back is deadly, you know? Bro.
Huh.
Bro.
Package is deadly. Okay.
Out of context, player quotes might be one of my favorite things. We should do a segment on it.
That's a good segment idea.
That would
I'll
actually be a
pitch that
great
one and say
segment.
that I came up with it.
Valorant Classic.
Oh yeah, I've not been here long enough. I don't know.
For now, I need to be careful. Yinzu and Bay are close enough, they can just come and beat me up. Scary, those two. Root. Easy. Oh,
What a play,
so
bro.
good. Why do they make it look so easy to play Rubble like this? I feel like Giant X had like a really nice approach to it a couple of times. That Neon working so well though.
Italian mob boss, yes sir.
I hate it. I hate it. No one ever checks it, and it always works every single time. 7-4 now.
Uh-oh.
Again, too easy for Heretics. Boost.
This is not looking good. Not looking good.
Heretics have the full Rubble control. They know that Giant X are about to hit Rubble, and then you see the Breach Tejo power coming in. Very, very simple for Heretics that round.
It's back, look at it. As much as it was, you know, obviously eyes towards Miniboo, you had Rien's there. It was all together.
It's just not. GX need to default. They need to. If Omen's mine, you're not going to win the round. There's too much information for Heretics that round.
Oh, it doesn't look like the default's coming in anytime soon, alas. So simplistic in approach.
Just putting some pressure on Rubble, Giant X, and they're going to burst that B, it looks like.
The Heretics aren't far away. Wu trying to slow him down here. Ult going to be forcing this. He's going to swing it. He's only got the Sheriff to hand. Woot's ult's going to deny Runner, but it's going to be down to 3. Boo, Rienz, and Benji trying to play it back through, but it's Boo. Name on the headlines here. Boo going absolutely wild. There's Cloud left in a 1v2 and the positions are rough. Has to give it away. What are these guys up to? We had Benji doing it, now Boo's flying in. Rienz is there, and 8-4.
Yeah, that's a massive half from Heretics. Loving the new approach with the new composition. The new meta approach working for them very well here.
Yeah, looking rejuvenated, revitalized. But we've seen
all right,
score lines
let's
fall
see.
away.
It's go
Let's find
time.
out if it can stay true to that after this.
Red Bull gives you wings.
Let's hope for a comeback. Oh, I don't know.
Ready to elevate your wellness?
I'll be honest, I didn't have the when they go to a commercial, I got other stuff on my screen I'm working on.
Chloride flakes and Marco Ezra Dead Sea mineral salts. Experience ultimate relaxation with our fast-absorbing Dead Sea magnesium chloride flakes, soothing your body and mind.
Alright, I gotta tell Michelle.
Marco Ezra Dead Sea mineral salt nourishes your skin, removes impurities, and promotes overall health. Unwind, relax, reduce inflammation, and soothe tired muscles with this perfect combination. Both products come in secure packaging with a convenient pouring spout and removable lid, ensuring easy application and preserving their exceptional properties. So don't wait any longer. Order now and unlock a world of beauty and wellness today.
This is, I'm scared of being confident in these results, Minnie. Because I look at this and I think, wow, Heretics 8 rounds, brilliant. Giant X only able to get 4, that's tough, you know, especially how this map feels sidewise. But I was there for Split.
Yeah, I was there too. I was there.
Yeah, we've witnessed what can happen.
I mean, I think I've still got confidence in Heretics here.
Yeah.
I don't think it can happen again, surely. Cursing so hard. 8-4 on a defensive Lotus coming in with a Teo Breach Neon for attack. I'm more than fine for Heretics here.
Yeah?
Heretics here, sorry.
Okay. Full faith.
Full faith.
Percentage? Gotta be quick.
80.
Whoa! Giant X now Cloud, I think. Oh! The paint shell in the seas, it's a classic.
70.
There we go.
No. Boo and Benji.
Great, yeah, great combo there.
I mean, it's vintage. I thought
Feels
they
like
beat it.
feels like almost like they knew they were going to be.
Did your voice break or did you get excited?
That might have been excitement.
I can't tell with you. It's a rare treat. Oh
It's a rare treat.
The host is coming in. How you doing, Bayer? Yeah, yeah. You were really loud with Yinzu. It's great. Yeah, yeah. Well, I feel like I'm talking to myself.
All right, Zen.
But
if Team
Cougar
Heretics
did
pulls this out,
for a second.
gifting you a sub.
She did.
It's going down for real.
It's crazy.
It's going down for real.
That's there's no way they do anything with this, right? Come on. Come on.
Oh, man.
Come on now. Benji.
Benji's trying.
I need you to relax a little, Benji. It feels like he's trying to win this or something. Benji. Benji. Benji, I've warned you about these things. Relax a little. It's a 2v4 rather than a 2v5. But paranoid.
Okay.
Benji, please. We weren't paying attention. I wasn't paying attention, but now I have to. The wall's there. He's stalling him out. He's doing bits. Benji, one more. Oh, Boo, you up to it? Time's pretty good here. But
Yeah, it's pretty low. It's pretty low.
Right? Like, oh my God, Boo, have you done him in?
Ooh. I was about to not be able to pay my mortgage there, Zen. I just got lucky.
I could tell.
I was writing checks that I couldn't cash.
Good attempt from
I'm just kidding. We would have been
Benji
fine.
and Boo, but ultimately, still, Giant Axe converting. And I'm getting nervous with my cursing abilities.
It was a decent curse, honestly, mate. That was
Yeah, I think it's decent.
Ooh.
Yeah, it wasn't like the best.
10% was good last time.
It was.
But that was good. Outlaw here for Mini-Boo though. Hero Outlaw and Giant Axe with 4 half shields.
Seeing that clip where Mini-Boo got all 5 with an outlaw.
One shot.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Yo, what's up, Fiffy Tony?
I don't know if it was this game, but it started similar to this. Up towards Mound, having a look around. And some would have said, well, with all that Vice utility in the way, surely. Surely it would
That's a
have
good question, Zen. I don't actually know the
Well,
answer to that.
Let me tell you what happens next. Oh, well,
That was it.
there it was.
Yep.
You saw it. You saw it for a second, didn't you?
Yep.
Those playing along at home with us. It's gone
Ooh,
now.
he hits that shot. Who
It's
knows?
dead. And the scoreline
Still waiting.
probably getting a bit closer.
Repositioning. He fancies A now.
Yeah?
It's his shot.
Here we
Round
go.
2. I think it started on A.
It did it?
Yeah, it started on A.
I'm a play-by-play caster. I can't tell the difference between the sides. There's 3 of them here. It's difficult. Here we go. Different map. Different map. It's it's purple.
One enemy remaining.
Rienz. 1v4.
30 seconds left.
He's got another in him.
Oh.
Come on, Rienz. A little bit
Better
more
go
of
grab
that.
some.
I just get nervous, Minnie. I get nervous because I remember Split. It haunts me. Close my eyes.
Yeah, I did. Sorry, I kind of made us forget about it, but
No, you
at
can't.
some point we're gonna have
You
to
can't.
remember.
We will. You know, I see that brilliant TP, and I'm like, oh my God, with a fade out. Oh. And then I remember the scoreline at the end, and it just feels like something went wrong, and I can't quite place it. But 8-6.
Looking closer.
It's only the first 2 rounds, right?
Attacks had lowest though.
Yeah.
Should be fine.
Should
A fast rubble approach here from Heretics. Using the salvos, the wall, smoke.
Bring them down.
Giant Axe gonna re-clear.
Boo. A little cubby. It's nice. He's done well from it, actually, as has Rienz. Where the hell did these kills happen? Has Prius come over to EMEA? Purpo certainly is on the stage here today. 2 kills already this round. Eyeing up a couple more, can't make it. Runner left in a 1v3, not gonna happen. Rienz, yeah, there's things trucking along, but
Yeah, they're just so much better than me, bro.
Still did pretty good damage.
Yeah, so Giant Axe do
I
this
wonder
thing
if I
where they
spent 10 to
throw
12
that
hours a
light
day
orb
working on my mechanics and all that sort of stuff.
What it means is
Would I
that,
ever
you know,
have
the
a shot to be
typical
this good?
1-1-3
I'm probably
defense
too old now,
is very
but
quickly able to be a 1-4
you know, if I
because
was
the
a
Viper can very quickly go to
22-year-old.
A. So you saw that round, Heretics go out rubble, and Giant Axe immediately have 4 on the A side. You know, the re-clear didn't work.
Nice,
but
guys,
the
let's
economy
go.
wasn't great. So something to look out for. Look, you see it again.
Why can't Rump be here, bro? I want him to hear me doing these accents.
One thing I do like.
Nice,
now,
bro.
Well, I like to call a game on our hands. Well, I guess we find out now. Can Giant X make a go of this? So far, Cloud says yes. Boo removed. They want a battle, and they're taking him. Woot's gone down. You got Mini Boo sweating bullets back here. He's got problems just about everywhere. Disrespecting the utility goes about as well as expected, leaving Benji in a 1v4. Beautiful
Woo.
work from Giant X.
Nice,
Now we're
guys.
gonna dig into this one.
Yeah, I'm surprised Heretics going for these rubble fights. It they have a comp that's good for it, but I think they're the better team. They're the better players. You don't need to go into these gambles as much. I prefer them going slow, default out, pick their moments. I do wonder though, the last time we saw them on this map, they were playing against Team Liquid, who were playing that crazy Reyna comp, and Heretics didn't have an answer on attack in that game. So I do wonder if that kind of direct approach is a band-aid for their lack of able to like mid-round this map.
That would be...
And I'm kind of talking myself into getting scared.
You have really put yourself in a corner, and you might be right about it, because again,
For
Tomasi
8 hours
is
a
here,
day,
Giant
for at least a
X.
year, they would
Starting to
without a
look
doubt reach the top 5%
like
in any
maybe
shooter they
Split
play.
wasn't
Plus
the
a 50-year-old dude who hold multiple top winners.
As much
Yeah, but
as
that's
we
just an
can talk
aiming.
about that, and maybe
Like,
how
could I
close we
actually
get, Map
become
is still a factor.
a pro
Still a thing.
Valorant player
Can't ignore
or
it.
a pro
But
Rivals
9-7
player?
scoreline,
Is that even
and Giant
possible?
X
Is that
starting.
something I could do?
Put the pressure on
Probably
Heretics in 8 rounds, feeling likely.
Probably not.
Story changes here. Heretics starting to get flashbacks to Split. Rien's trying to build that ult, look for the best way forward.
Yeah, Giant X ready for the C approach. No re-clear on A from Heretics. Again, something in the last series that they didn't do.
I would do this for content and to fulfill a dream, Jesse. I would do it for 8 hours a day, if I thought there was any
You have
chance.
stuns and sabers, so it's not the end of the world, but isolated.
Even if I
this
could
is
go
nice
tier
again,
2, right?
Giant
I don't
X.
even necessarily need to be
Just
tier 1.
Putting the wall up. Not literally, but both of them standing there
Yeah.
comfortably. Nothing to move them out of the way. West side, the timing good on this as well. Benji, no options here. Just about makes it through, but it's obviously not the name of the game and only a classic. What are you meant to achieve?
Oh!
Oh! That helps matters. Woot's going to take away runner, but there's still 4 more to go. Wow. The ult on this too. That feels almost overkill at this time, but I guess if you want the round, you want the round. Benji trying to do some damage. Time. Hold on.
Okay.
It's fine. It's fine. Oh.
Yo.
Benji every now and then goes,
Yo.
I remember when I won things. It's like a couple of
You have
rounds.
a shot
where
in
it's like,
Rivals, no shot in Val. Dang, why not?
Isn't there an easy joke there? Winning things did Heretics?
Wow.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Fnatic, man.
I'd have to learn more about some of the terms that you and your boys use about
I mean,
more than just clearing space and re-clearing space.
Yeah, Potter 1, I get it. Potter's
At Val? But maybe I could at Rivals. Is it because it's less precision, less reaction time in Rivals? Alright. Hold on a second. My wife left me some bacon. I'm going to go eat a piece of it or two.
Speaking of
Rather
coaching,
than much mechanics based.
we do have
I got a shot. So then maybe that's going to be my next content thing. Maybe I go ahead. Hey, what's up, Donkey? Maybe we go to start
let's kind of
creating
talk bigger picture then,
footage
kind of, because it feels
or
like
content.
It feels weird to see them faltering like this.
I don't know how I would do
put
it.
A discredit to Giant X because they've actually handled it really well. There's been a couple of looks at them that are
Like
really nice.
40-year-old,
I like a lot of the
40-year-old
way they're approaching
dad
the map.
attempts to
But I
become
think
pro
there is a
Rivals
question mark
players.
We have to place with Heretics on this side now.
How sick would that
because
be?
It feels
Yo,
like
what's up,
they're
Thomas?
falling flat here. It feels like they're not defaulting it out. Their mid-rounding looks a little bit weird at times. What are these symptoms of? I can't explain it because it feels like sometimes they're on the same page. They look great.
I
but
would
then
need
it
like
just
coaches and
capitulates.
stuff.
For Lotus specifically, they weren't going through the normal checklist in their last game.
Okay.
Of, you take man control, you go back
Sure.
rubble. Maybe sometimes you go that fast rubble. If you got a read, they didn't. When they went fast rubble, they didn't really have a good read. Big fight though, man.
Oh my God, Mini Boo! Are you serious? While all of that happened, he was actually completely let loose. And that's
All right,
the one
you
they
had
get
some
away
momentum.
with. Up to
Not
10,
anymore,
we
bro.
want you back on a
Not
rewatch.
anymore, bro.
Can you miss this sort of situation?
Yeah. Don't need a checklist if the other team fights for you on mount. I'm surprised Giant X are happy to go for fights on mount.
It is.
Breach stun, Salvo's coming in.
Oh, it's complete free reign and one just drops out of the sky.
Mazzy, Razor, I think just completely whips.
Weber, you're the GOAT, bro. I know you're watching this, Weber. Good job.
Your players.
That's
That
Weber,
you.
Weber with the timer.
Shout out to Weber. Never saw Boast saying that about you, mate. Never gave it to the camera. Shout out to Mini.
It's true.
War pacey. Oh, okay, we've got some of these players getting caught here, right? We just had, you know, Miniboo getting away with murder, Tomasi making a meal of it. Now it's kind of Miniboo getting caught on the other side. Rienzo going to answer back towards west side. And now down to a 4v4,
Alright,
but it's
it wasn't
super
bacon.
quick towards his B site.
It was sausage and eggs.
Here, Heretics, some proactivity. Maybe we're going to see this breach shot come through.
Yeah. Oh my God, Woot. Rien's trying to hunt behind them. Just every
AO
ult.
as well.
Oh dear.
No.
Oh
What?
dear. This is a horrific round to watch. Boo can't be happy, but now he's got to deal with the mess that's been made. Committed to this. Succeeded from this position before. Find both Runner and Cloud. Time ticking. They've got to make a move. Runner completely unawares, and Boo, that might have been visible. But he's up against Cloud on the other side. He wants to get to half. Boo, the backbone of the side. With a Red Bull clutch.
He knew what he was doing. He knew what he was doing.
Yeah, should never have got that close. Boo's having to save his team there. Got rid of the breach ult, Teo ult, and Vice ult in that round. If Boo didn't win that round, that was looking very bad for Heretics.
Oh,
Cute. Oh, I keep saying cute. The strat was quite nice. The idea of Mini Boo just, again, like this, hey, look, I'm good at the game, I'm running out here, it feels like an A. Secretly, you've got people walking to B. Nice little distraction. Looked a bit silly because he got killed, but...
Nice, bro! Nice!
Fast out A again. In fact, big re-clear here from Giant X once again with the 4.
and here comes that refight. This time, Heretics go, nah. We've been on the receiving end of, you know, purpose damage, all these sort of players. We don't fancy that yet. We can re-hit in a moment's time if they have to.
But I think if I'm Heretics, I take that. Like, we've only used Refresh Util and baited like Paranoia Nade. This is where the mid-round comes in. We see already Giant X are completely mirroring what's happening. Heretics on Mound, Giant X ready on C.
Even
Are
for
these
someone my
next
age,
layers
it's relatively
available for
difficult,
Heretics? Do they
and often
understand
comes
how
down
to
to
kind
luck.
of push and pull on
Usually
this map?
commit to 8 hours of dedicated
Sounds
training,
not
5 to
easy.
7 days per week.
Show
I
some
wouldn't say it's
intent
not
on that
possible.
C site,
So we
but
find a team.
I don't think they fancy it. I wouldn't. I can see what's on the other side,
All right,
though. They
how
don't
many
have that
teams
luxury.
are looking for
Rather making it look
40-year-olds?
rather uninviting and a pivot through towards that B site.
I guess all they
Still,
care is that
Util
you're
can
talented,
clear
but
out towards Blue Door, might force forward the player, but no, didn't put it towards it. It's Miniboo to try and deal with it. Now isolated, 1v1. Cloud wins out, stalls out, looking back towards Bane. He knows they got to come through 25 seconds or they run towards C, and look who's in the corner. Runner waits. Obvious work this time from Boo, couldn't save him. And now starting to run out of time and options. They got
oh, no way!
15
Dude.
seconds. Rien's just got 2 of them out of nowhere. I have no idea how. The plant is pivotal.
All they care about a skill level.
Turbo's
All
gonna
right,
stick that Omen.
I know.
I gotta do
I was a
some
bit worried for it myself,
more
but
working.
Cloud
After you guys yelled at me that day, I went back and looked at the VOD.
done well this early
I made
on.
some changes.
Oh, spotted! Couldn't snap up though. Benji outdone, leaving just Rienz, who made this look doable in the first place with the 2 picks he found earlier. But now you give him a chance. Rienz will get you around. A Red Bull clutch, but they again bailed out by an individual.
Look at Rian's KDA here. 21, 11, 22. He's killing
Top
them
spot
all,
on what
and
leaderboard?
Every time his teammates are killing them, he's assisting. Like, he's doing everything right now.
So this is Rienz, second in. Gorgeous work from him, surgical. And then this. Oof. Can't believe we got Cloud first.
Okay. I'm
Coach
still
Minnie's
worried
about
about
to have a
Heretics
meltdown.
in
He's
this. Like, they're not against Giant X, sure. Going into the future,
not enough.
Other trials. Interesting.
okay, who cares?
Oh, okay.
Individuals, of
I
course.
should be trying to get
It's
top
done.
500.
It's cooked.
And then once I get there,
Runner, Cloud, and Westside trying to get it crazy.
then maybe they'll want me for the
Benji
memes.
Out here making it look easy. Cloud, the last man alive in a 1v3. There's bigger conversations to be had, but for now, can he deny what feels inevitable? A run through towards a spike. Heading over to that
Wait,
side.
one above all is global? How do they rank that?
Fade out to work with, but it's going to have to be a massive round for Cloud.
Cover going out.
Cloud has the possibility to do this. He's one of those players. And look at his kills, 23. The guy's been good. Right now he's being toyed
Like, how
with.
can you possibly compare
Tough situation
people in
for him.
different regions?
Next step to take. So many potential threats. Boo being passive, smart. Cloud
Miniboo is just...
in spawn. It is weird. Go the salvos. Gonna pop the ult on this, but time's running so low here. It's just not happening. 13-8 in the end. Heretics do get across the line there. It felt like it came down to some individuals to give them that final push.
Yeah, if they had closed that split out in the manner that they should have done, we'd be having a very different conversation, I think, about Heretics today. But having to go to the 3 and looking kind of sketchy on some of these attack rounds.
Yes.
Attack half, sorry.
Yes.
So it's something that they do have stuff to iron out, but what I did love to see today was individuals looking good.
Yeah, I think that's the main point. We have seen a revitalized side looking kind of refreshed, I would say. They do look like they've been, you know, back into the lab a little bit, working on it. I do want to note as well, though, Giant X, that map 2 for me, and map 3, at times, I thought they were about to run back with this game. I mean, map 2 they did, map 3 it just went away from them. But credit their real resilience. And of course, on the other side, the boys who had to go to map 3, take it that far. But I quite like what we saw in moments from there is work.
But I quite like what we saw.
And I'm sure they'll say that themselves. But good to see Neil's getting the support there from the boys as well. Injury on display. Rien's might have given the piggyback out. But overall, I do think there's some positive looks from Heretics here. I think there's a lot to be said individually. Speaking of some of those individuals, we actually have a bit of a treat on the horizon for you. So, if I'm not mistaken, I believe maybe Wu and Miniboo will be joining the delightful Kukuka and Mitchman on the post block.
Thank you very much, Lauren. Yes, as you said, Kukuka joined by Mitch. We will be having a couple of players joining us in just a bit. But Mitch, it's been a long day. Let's say it like that.
A little longer than it looked like it would be.
Exactly. What is your biggest takeaway from the entire day? If you had to highlight one thing that happened today?
Oh, I'm gonna break the rule. I'm gonna highlight 2.
2? Okay.
2, and I was wrong, and I misjudged both people and their opinions. First was Kata. He said it's too early to judge GX. We need to see a bit more from them, and so on. And that today would tell us who they truly are. He was right. It's too early to judge them, and it was too early halfway through map 2 as well by the looks of things. So good to see them warm up and take their time. The other thing was you said after the first map, yes, you, I'll give you some credit here. You said that this would be just like GX, lose their opponent's map, or lose their map pick and win their opponents. And I did not even believe you for a split. There wasn't even a moment where I went,
technically,
oh,
I did say do best. You know, do better than in.
Do better. Do better. Okay.
Which sometimes we take.
Yeah.
Sometimes we
absolutely. I mean, although not that brave of a statement, taking into account it was a 13-3 to start with.
Yeah, but the same last week when they picked Lotus actually against Vitality, they ended up in a 13-2. So it was just as devastating. But what about the positives? Was this just the positives? Well, what about the first match? Did you remember that we had a first match?
No.
Like Foot versus
Welcome to Free Advice Guy. I'm Luke Halter, Free Advice Guy.
Yes.
I've been a certified financial planner professional since 2014. I worked at Vanguard for over 13 years, and I quit my job to change the world and give free financial advice to the masses. We're out here in Tempe, Arizona on Mill Avenue, hoping to help people walking by and have a great conversation and help them with their financial futures. With gorgeous flowers, a sign, and a GoPro strapped to...
Miniboo, how are you guys feeling?
We are good. We are feeling good because we won.
Yeah.
We are feeling good because we won.
Since we're in Germany, we're
that's about right. Yeah.
Do we want to talk about Lotus? No.
1,000.
We want to talk about Split.
Players total have reached top 500 since the game release. So there must be like a level of like RR that you have to get to for them to actually consider it.
Is the best scenario for us. We got a very good lesson, but we still won. So it's 2-1, and it's still early in the season, you know, and having this lesson, like, it's gonna teach us a lot, and it's nice experience that we had it. And I'm frustrated. I was frustrated after Split. I didn't like how we played, but in the end, like right now, I'm happy that we lost, so it doesn't repeat again in the future.
Yeah, get it out of the way early.
Absolutely, the day has not been, is not over yet, and you have already had that learning, because in case you guys missed it or you were not watching, you were 10-0 up. This looked very good, not only on paper, but also we were seeing your reactions and how, you know, you were cheering for each other and the plays that we were seeing. What happened?
we just lost.
But is it that, what I mean is like, did you get too cocky? Did you get too confident?
Top
Did
500 in
you know,
eternity.
where was your mind?
Did they wake up? Because they were making a lot of mistakes in the first half and the second. I think they played a much better game as well. I'll give them that credit, but it's definitely strange to see that change up.
Yeah, but we're talking about one above
like,
all.
I think. You know,
right?
like we were not playing like for a long time again. Like we just play one game, but it's not enough. And we were just too excited for a win. Like I mean, for example, on me, like when it's like going to win, I'm always thinking about what am I gonna tweet, what I'm gonna do, like what's gonna be like words of the tweet, and so I think it's happening for all of us almost. Maybe not Boo because he's like
a robot.
Yeah, he's a robot.
Yeah. Cyborg.
Yeah.
You just try to close the game like fast, you know.
Yeah. We just rushed it. We just trolled so many rounds, especially the one before that we lost.
Yeah.
I think we are just focusing about winning so much. We are just forgetting about playing the game, playing the rounds because it's not over. We have like still like 2-3 rounds, and we couldn't win. So I mean, we learned.
I'd also like to ask, because we saw it in the previous series, and I highlighted it going into the third map, that one of the big difficulties players talk about is when you have this really close game that you feel like you should have won, and then you have to go onto another map, and it's hard to mentally bounce back.
All
What
right.
is it like for you guys going, you know,
I just posted on LinkedIn. Let's go.
What's the atmosphere like?
I mean, obviously, like, first of all, you just have to accept it and let the frustration out. And then, like, after it happens, then everyone, I think, individually has to bounce back in their heads and, like, just focus on another game. And I think we are young, but, like, last year, we got so much experience. And there was worse clutches, worse games that we lost. G2, Shanghai. And, yeah, I mean, it showed that we improved, I guess. And,
you know, I was having a chat before the game with your brother, with Boo, and he was telling me that one of the conversations that you guys had after kickoff and after being eliminated led to a discussion on how hungry you were for winning back again. Apparently, he told me that conversation happened and that you guys reached a point where everybody is passionate back again. Are you guys on like 100% right now?
I wouldn't say 100% because like we are still like improving a lot, especially like individual plays.
In terms of hunger, I mean.
Almost, yeah. Like because we missed like going international event, feeling like playing so many officials in for like.
It's a lot of practice, and now you have a lot of time off.
Yeah, like we just missed playing official, and we are just hungry to win again.
All right.
What about you? You hungry?
Yeah, I mean, I think.
For some wins?
I'm hungry to not. Like, obviously, like, I'm always hungry to play officials. Like, it's every player's dream just to play officials. But I'm hungry to also prac, you know. I want to prac, I want to progress, I want to get better. Because, like, playing officials is like a dessert. It's not, no one is going to officials like, oh, I'm gonna play. Everyone is hyped for officials. Like the hard
everyone is happy for everyone. Okay?
It's like...
We're happy because we win. Okay?
Like, yeah.
Okay.
Always said, and I think
we win.
Excited to prac and to work together and progress.
Yeah, I think biggest difference between kickoff and like in the regular season.
Who do you think you are?
We were not enjoying.
We are happy because we win.
And we were just going for official. Let's end this like
guys.
Bad things.
3 more weeks, you get into playoffs, then we go to Toronto, and then you know you get the ball rolling. Okay, we need to be positive about it. Speaking about positives, you know, Minibu, the first time that I saw Waylay there in the first Masters World, I can't remember, in Thailand, I said this agent is perfect for Minibu. So I am so happy that you managed to pick it up. You also jump in on the double duelist. How is the dynamic? Because when we were watching you
what's up?
On
Is that
Haven,
W?
that was a delight.
W?
You know, we were speaking about this play, but let's speak about the super positives and how you guys managed to have the performance that you did on the first map.
I mean, there's always
some
like dessert that we have, like playing double duelist, because I mean obviously we cannot play in every map because some maps are not allowed to play double duelist, but it's like I think we have like best duelists in the world, so
I agree.
So when we play, you know, like.
Okay, so next week you're going off against Vitality. Are you a better ISO than Save?
Yes.
I think it's not even a question.
Oh, okay. Minibu, are you a better race than Derke?
Yeah, I mean,
question.
Derke was my
Life
idol,
will
but,
move on
you know,
soon.
like,
What a name.
I think we
What a
won,
name.
like against them more, like when they were in Fnatic.
I'm a financial
And,
advisor here.
Like when I first time played against Derke, I was nervous, but not anymore. You know, like
I think everybody's nervous the
Yeah.
first time
I
that they come
remember
up against Derke.
Domi was a bit fanboy.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
not
yeah.
gonna lie. But I remember like our first tournament, it was in Istanbul. We were playing against Sinet, and he just go and, hey Sinet, can we take a photo?
Yeah, of course. We had seen it earlier here on the desk. You could have taken a second picture.
You
but
can kiss the chair.
what? Kiss what?
The chair.
Oh, cool.
You're literally, I don't want to make you too nervous, but you're literally sitting where Sinet sat earlier today.
Hey guys, chill.
I also wanted to ask you, because your reaction
what's up, Osman?
were priceless.
Welcome,
to
welcome.
That big fade ult and Omen TP on the backside
On
over on
Split,
Split.
you know, that was crazy.
You guys were going crazy. Like, was that one of the best moments you've had in an official, seeing that work?
Yes, probably yes. Like it was amazing.
Yes.
I think last time I saw it in the like Turkish league.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
for
yeah.
1 year or something, and now, and I said, okay, I'm gonna ult them, just ult behind them.
Yeah.
And it worked.
It worked. It was
worked. It was
insane.
insane. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I'm just sad losing the split because of that round. Like,
Yeah.
But I think it's very positive because at the end of the day, you did manage to get the win in the end. And I think that the value of the learning that Minibuju just said the moment that you sat here of like, we cannot let this happen again. We need to be able to close out the matches when we have that big of an advantage. It's good to see the best of both worlds. So you can see, you can be a team that can 2-0 a team, make them look like fools in some occasions, to losing the map and then moving forward onto, before the day even ends, already knowing what went wrong and what not to repeat. I don't want to keep you guys here for too long, so because it's already been a long day. So how about we take a look at the standings after today, because things are looking good. You're currently leading your team. Congratulations, guys.
thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Any surprises on Grupo Omega? Foot is also on the 2-0.
Your Spanish accent's just popping sometimes.
Yes, I don't know why, but it is actually. It's been a long day, okay?
Okay. I mean, I was expecting that from Foot. I'm not gonna lie. They're really playing well. Also, Liquid is still a good team. I love Pathetic. I mean, I think BBL has really good potential for playoffs. The way they're playing, hard to counter. Especially like we played in Prague, like we saw in official, they are hard to counter. Also, Gentle Maze, I think it was a bit surprising for me, because
in a positive way.
Or
In a positive way.
I mean, in negative.
Are any of you on LinkedIn?
In a positive way,
In a good or a
was it a
bad
good
way?
surprise or a bad surprise?
It was a good surprise. I'm happy
okay.
for them.
Oh, okay, good.
They're playing really well. Yeah, I think that's all I can say.
Okay, Minibu, tomorrow we're going to see the KC versus Koi. You see that they're currently in the Group Omega. Not a lot of your business, you know. On the Group Omega, they're in the bottom.
With gorgeous flowers, a sign, and a GoPro strapped to.
I'm so excited about this video. Hold on.
Welcome to Free Advice Guy. I'm Luke Halter, Free Advice Guy. I've been a certified financial planner professional since 2014. I worked at Vanguard for over 13 years, and I quit my job to change the world and give free financial advice to the masses. We're out here in Tempe, Arizona on Mill Avenue, hoping to help people walking by and have a great conversation and help them with their financial futures. With gorgeous flowers, a sign, and a GoPro strapped to.
I have a feeling that Fnatic. I think Fnatic.
Split desk.
Okay. You know what, guys? You don't need to reach a
Alright,
decision.
we'll
You
call that
already
good.
have the win for today. We will see you next week. Thank you very much for joining us. Thank you, Mitch. Thank you, Tom. Thank you, Sina. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Our casters.
And Sean Garris.
Oh yeah.
Sean Garris. Thank you very much.
Here,
And
let me give you
this
a
is all
sneak
from us,
preview.
but
Do you want a
do
sneak
not
preview
worry,
here,
we'll be back
Zen?
here with more VCT EMEA action.
Welcome to Free
Yo,
Advice
what's up,
Guy.
Michelle?
I'm Luke Halter, Free Advice Guy. I've been a certified financial planner professional.
Give me 1 sec. I'm going to show this to you here. All right, Zen. Let's do a little sneak preview. My Patreon members can see it. Yes, there are. I don't know if it's in this video or if it's in the nighttime video or part 2. There we go. There's some of it. Oh, wait. You can't see what I see. All right, hold on a second. Hold on a second. All right, let me, media player. Boo! Boo! All right, there we go.
Any piece of, like, to the dollar. To the
I
dollar,
talk
you should know
about
your
budgeting, like,
surplus,
7
your
times on
deficits,
this
all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
You need an emergency fund, goals. Then you begin
I
and
can't watch
sit there
myself. I
for an
can't
hour
watch
and a half.
myself. All right, let's see what else we got.
Free advice. But she's Julia's wife. Maybe. We didn't get to the point to help you, whatever it is, hurt me in it. Right, there we go. That's good. Thank you. But you have a couple that was on Twitch, YouTube.
I'm going to
so
show
if
you
have
my
anything
favorite
you want
part,
to chat
10,
about,
as silly as it is.
we could chat about
it's the coming soon.
It might be old. I'm a fiduciary. It didn't look like. One of them even said, I have no questions, but one of them started asking a bunch of good questions, and we had a great conversation. I got to tell them about my background, why I started Free Advice Guy, and hopefully set them off on a good path and let them know that they can reach out to me in the future if they need some help.
Woo! That day, I'm not gonna lie, Zen, was a trip, bro. It was a trip. What a day. What a day. So, that's a really good question, Soft. I honestly don't know. If we want to spitball some titles. I'm gonna have to write a good title and a good description for this video. I just don't know what that is. Hey guys, a Twitch person with over 300,000 followers just requested to be my friend on Discord. I think it's super legit, and he really wants to be friends with me. Title is everything. There we go, Zen. Watch it a bajillion times if you wouldn't mind. If you wouldn't mind there. So what do we think the title should be? Walking the streets to change the world. See or no? You could always change it and stuff later, but oh man. Nope. All right, close that, close that. What else we got? Any title suggestions? I'm open to anything. Brothers and sisters in Christ. My Patreon video, sneak peek that I posted, did nothing on YouTube. Nothing. Ooh, okay. Mr. Beast. That's it. I'm just going to use Mr. Beast's name and see what happens. I'm going to get sued into oblivion, but it'll be okay. You could call... I'm Mr. Beast now. Look at me. Look at me. I'm Mr. Beast now. I'd have to say I'm a credentialed. My licenses are technically, I don't know what they call them, in suspension because I don't work for a broker right now. All right, so here's the Sir Beast, as they say. I like it. I know things like time of day and taking advantage of the algorithm. Yeah, they do. What's weird is I think Tuesday morning at like 6 a.m. is one of the best times to post. All right. I like that soft. That's a good idea. Financial advisor walks the streets to give advice. Hey, thanks, DJ. Yeah. There was, in the nighttime video, if we captured it all, there's more adults, but I would say most of the people I talked to were 25 and younger. Even the old guy in the video that you see in part 2, we didn't actually talk about investments or finance. He was letting me know the type of company he runs, and he was looking for somebody. I don't have what he needs, but that was a cool conversation. Oh, I think the family's here. Would you rather change your day or change your life? Ooh, tell me more about that, Zen. Would you rather change your day or change your life? It's kind of hardcore. It really is. All right, I'm going to go say hi to the family. Be right back. Okie dokie. Free money hack. I like the Zen. I like the overall feel of that, though. I feel like I would use that for something else. Would you rather change your day or change your life? Ooh, that's like a good one. Like you could say, okay, if you want to change your day, don't buy Starbucks today. If you want to change your life, start automatically sending that $8 into an investment account and let it grow for you. I'm going to steal that, Zen. Would you rather change your day or change your life? Oh, my baby girl is crying. Easiest way to get rich. Nobody is talking about this method. That would absolutely get clicks, Jesse. That would. Change your day with a rose or change your life with some financial advice. Lovely free money hack. I could make that a part of my shtick. Will I have the same type of impact as Mr. Beast? Probably not. But that doesn't mean I'm not going to try. All right. Let's close this down. All right. I actually, somebody found me through Instagram and wants to talk about working with me. So I may go ahead and call that here for a stream. Yep, I think I'm going to do that now. Hey, Zen, I had fun too, man. Thanks for hanging out with me, brother. You were here pretty much the entire time. Thank you, Zen. I may or may not be back tonight for a gaming stream. We will see. But I will for sure be here tomorrow for day 27 of the streak. So we'll keep that going. But otherwise, Zen, everybody else, have a great night. Great rest of your day. Maybe I'll see you tonight. Or